All right, hey Scorpio. So I'm doing an Akashic read for your past, present, and future lives. And I'm going to start with the present life. So you're going to know this is your read by who you are now, what you show people, or who you represent yourself to people, and what you can shed. And what you can shed is going to be based off the negative karma that you collected from your last life. All right. And we're going to show basically what your future life is going to be, what you have the potential to show, and what's the potential is to come through based off of what you can release and where you show contentedness now. All right. So let's just see who it is we're talking to. Who we're talking to. We have the Seven of Forces. This is balance. With this card right here, this is confronting issues. Confronting issues could be on any scale. It could be with home, family, finances, romantic relationships. It could just be that you have felt in your present life, in your waking life, that you've had a hard time finding balance when it comes to everything around you. What I know as a Scorpio myself is that it could be that in all fairness, in all equality, there's a tendency to give more than we receive, right? So giving more than we receive could be where we might be even feeling lack when it comes to balance. There could be some situations going on just in your day-to-day in all aspects and all areas. What's funny is I actually did a read. It's called The Rut, and I haven't put it out there yet, but this is definitely coming forward through that read that I did. And I haven't done the read before, so I'm actually feeling insecure about it. So maybe even based off this read, if I get enough feedback from you guys, I'll put that read out or those reads out. I'm still waiting. But let's see who we're talking to, who you are now, aside from finding balance. All right, so we have Justice cards showing up, the Emperor and the King of Swords. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. When it comes to who you are, as far as who you represent yourself, it could be that you lack exploring and explaining your truth and your honesty when it comes to connections. I do feel like this is with people. All right, the King of Swords coming through is somebody who has mental clarity. They know what their intellectual power is. They are very authoritative, truthful, and honest. But the fact that the King of Swords is showing up in reverse says that you're probably quiet at times in your life. You could misuse your power. And this is somebody who could be emotionally manipulative at times, and it could just be to get what we want. All right. And the reason why I'm saying that in the negative aspects is because Justice card is showing up, and this right here is basically saying you have not had a share fake when it comes to life. You haven't had a fair shake when it comes to life. All right, Justice card in reverse is basically saying your energy that you put out is definitely not something that you get back in. It's not received. And I feel like with the Emperor card coming through, that's going to be more about the emotional and the soul connections that you have endured in this waking life. All right. So it could be that you have people, love situations, love dynamics that you come through, and basically there's no return on investment when it comes to what you put out as to what you receive. It doesn't have to be just in romantic relationships. It could be in family. It could be in friendships. It could be in work relationships. Balance card coming through here is basically, here's what I feel. You've had enough. All right, you've had enough, and now it's like I'm taking my power back. So you guys could be cutting off energies that are kind of sucking you dry, energy vampires, people that do you no justice to your waking life. And it's not that you're trying to see what you can get out of people, but it's like, if you don't add to my life, I'm deducting you. I'm taking you away from my equation because you don't add any value to it right now. And that could be something that you've never done before. So let's see what it is you show people. What you show people, Scorpio. All right, so what I'm going to say with what you show, all right, we have the Eight of Pentacles coming through, which is a hard worker, somebody that is very, this right here is, you offer your talents, you offer your skills, you help people, you show people. All right. It's not you. Here's what I'm going to say. You do not just take without giving back. Okay. What you show people is love. And this is on the unconditional state of mind. The Two of Cups is showing people your raw center, who you are at your core. This is like where you shed your skin to show people that you're real. This is like upfront energy right here. I don't need to be like anybody, right? I don't care about what people think about me. I don't care what their opinions are. I'm going to show you who I am. We have the 10 of swords, or the 10 of wands coming through, which is somebody who does not give up, regardless of your tough times, regardless of what you've been through in all aspects of life. This is somebody who's pushing through. You show perseverance. You show that you're not giving up when it comes to life. And the King of Wands right here is just basically saying you're an entrepreneur. You're a go-getter. You have all eyes on you. You could be in the spotlight. You could have, you could be a social butterfly, but this is somebody who embodies high honor, high value. This is having a vision for the future. Somebody who may seem at time to the external world that you have high expectations, but it's just because at this moment in time with what you've been through, you're not accepting anything less than what you give. And that's what I feel like you're at. So let's see what it is that you can shed, and what you can shed is going to be based off your past life karma. So what you're still carrying with you, what you can shed, and you'll see how this ties into you'll see how the present ties into the past and how it'll tie into the future. All right. So what you can shed from the waking life. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. You have another balance card coming through with the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like what Spirit's addressing to you, Scorpio, is that not everybody is going to be like you. Not everybody has the same heart space, the same mental space, and the same focus as you do. So what you need to release is that every interaction that you come across, everybody, that has done you wrong or done you dirty, they might not see justice in your eyes. They might not see it you might not see it come across your path. And what you need to do is release that and just kind of move and navigate life in your own truth. And here's again, you have the Three of Pentacles coming through, which is friendship. It's your best friend. It's partnerships. It's contracts coming through. So it's literally giving up those people and those energies that have not done anything but take away from you. All right. It's what you can shed is basically coming to terms with, hey, it doesn't matter how you treat people. It doesn't matter how you love people. You cannot control other people's destiny. You cannot control your amount of love and those people, what their receptivity of it. You can't control that. All you can do is kind of leave everything up to the hands of God, to the universe, to fate. All right. So what you can release now is that, hey, just because you love somebody, just because you give somebody your energy, no matter what scale it is, work, love, your family, your friendships, it does not dictate what they're going to do and how they're going to respond to you. And that's kind of where we're at when it comes to life. That's where we're sitting ducks, right? It doesn't matter how much you give. If people are going to take, they're going to take, and it's up to you to determine, all right, when enough is enough, when you're going to stop giving to this person, because it doesn't matter how much you give. It doesn't mean that they're going to give that back to you. All right. So it's like basically acknowledging, here is an example is in love. The scariest thing about love is basically putting your heart out there, putting it on the line, and giving the person that occupies your heart space everything and more that you could have wanted. But what you can't control is the person's their reaction to what you give them, your kindness, your love. You cannot control how they reciprocate that energy. And that's the unfortunate thing about where Scorpio, you're sitting at, all right, with your energy. So let's see a little bit in your past, who you were. So in your past life, Scorpio, you have the King of Roses. That's all you, all day long. So in your past life, the King of Roses is going to be somebody who has, this is somebody who is at their peak potential for union. This is a romantic connection coming through. This is somebody who you have, here's what I'm going to say. It's almost like and this is where the past and the present's gonna kind of flow in together. It's almost like in your past life, what you had and what you connected with in your past, as far as coming through the King of Roses, is the ultimate fulfillment when it comes to the emotional body. All right, and what you've done is you've exasperated all your energy trying to find these energies that give you nothing but imbalance. And in your last life, you're coming through as somebody who is completely fulfilled when it comes to emotional balance, sharing, giving, and receiving. All right. And in your past life, this is somebody who embodies emotional fulfillment. So that could be a reason why you're feeling there could be a misalignment when it comes to balance. But let's see a little bit more about who you were in the past. Who you were. All right. The Knight of Cups coming through. Here's your card right here. So the Knight of Cups is, it's giving, it's taking somebody on dates. This is like giving somebody your ultimate when it comes to who you are, your creation, your creativity, your charm, your imagination. This is attractiveness to them, and even parlaying that into yourself. You have the Page of Wands right here. This is somebody full of ideas, discovery. It's showing people their limitless potential, showing people how to free their spirit, and removing self-limiting beliefs when it comes to those around you and yourself. So what I feel is happening in your past life is you were somebody who was top notch. Like, you were so on point. You're so like, hey, this is who I am. I don't give a shit what you think, what you feel, what you say, what you do. This is who I am. And that's where you like basically get the gold. You have the Ace of Wands. I feel like in your past life, you were able to go and do anything and everything that you wanted. And that's because you weren't worried about balance. You weren't worried about the give and take. You weren't worried about who didn't fill your cup, as long as you filled their cup, And it could be in this waking life, that's where you experience a little bit of lack, all right? Is that you give, 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 give. But in your past life, you were just like, you still honored yourself out of kindness and love. And you didn't give a shit what people didn't do for you. And I'm not saying that you give a shit now, but it could be that you're hanging on to this energy where it's like, how come I'm always doing, and never receiving, receiving, receiving? In your past life, here's what I'm going to say. You were already like that, but let's see what the negative karma is that you carry over into this life. What you had in your last life, the negative karma, abandonment, rejection, left out in the cold, ghosted, people that gave you no satisfaction, people that did nothing but potentially wound. Everybody left you. Everybody, here's where you're coming into this life feeling a little bit scathed. This is like where you give, 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 and it's like you're over giving, you're overcompensating for everything that happened to you. All right. So in your past life, the negative karma that you picked up is not able to just kind of channel through the energies that did you wrong. The World card is not closing out the cycles. All right. So in your negative karma, what you picked up and led into this life is the fact that people did you dirty. All right. Even though in your present moment, in the past life, so who you were able to show people love, kindness, and care regardless of what you've been through. But what you do carry into this life is the fact that people leave you. They leave you stone cold, and you don't know why. This is not being able to see the bigger picture why. All right. And that's what you're carrying into as far as what you can shed. It's like, who gives a fuck? And that's where you were in your last life. Unfortunately, you experienced that enough in your last life that you do carry that into this life. So let's see what positive karma you've obtained. Basically, when we get into the future life, I'm going to tell you how, basically it's where you can shed this. So, the past version of yourself is basically saying, who gives a fuck what people did to you? Who cares how they treated you? This is all about you. And as long as you give that openness and that kindness, you guys are going to receive it no matter what. But here's where what you hold on to, your negative karma coming into what you can shed, is the reasonings why people are the way they are. And again, I just feel like it's in every single aspect. So the positive karma that you obtain, all right, is, you know what, here's your fulfillment right here. This is like somebody who's able to be patient. This is like patience. You know what, I know I'm going to have my fill, and I know that good things are going to come to me. So in your past life, the positive karma, this is reaping the rewards. All right. So this is coming in together. This is like basically finishing your life in happiness, in union with those that you love. That could be, again, family, it could be romance, it could be friendship. But here's what I'm going to say. The positive karma is no matter what's happened to you in the past, you've learned to share your energy. You know, it's not like you clam up because of everything that happened to you. So you're like, I'm not going to share my space. I'm not going to share my energy. I'm not going to be who I am, who I know I can be. Your positive karma is that you're sharing yourself. All right, you hold space for other people. You don't protect it. You're not ending your life being stingy and selfish with yourself. You're still going through to the very end who you are, true to your core. All right. And this right here is basically you having a huge vision for your life. This is it's abundance. It's being able to see what you've built. This is like ending your life on the porch swing with your sweetie, your sweetheart, and it's like, hey, I've been through a lot of shit, but I'm glad that I never changed, because those around me who were kind of screwed up energies. All right. So I feel like what you carried over as far as the positive karma is where your heart space and where your mind space sits now. And you can't say that you don't feel like that. Like, just because somebody's fucked up, you might hold on to it for a minute, but you're not going to carry it into infinity and beyond. All right. So in releasing, the imbalance, where people have left you, where people have negated you, where you've always been last on everybody else's list. So in coming into this dynamic of being able to release that and still holding space for those around you, let's just see where we're coming into the future. So who you're going to be in the future, where your life sits at. Scorpio, your emotional energy. Where are you going? Who are you going to be? Look at this. You guys have the initiation and the Count Saint Germain. Wow, you guys, this is enormous energy right here. This right here is the initiation for change, higher revelations. This is being connected to spirit and the ascended masters, you guys. So, I feel like for whoever I'm connecting with, you guys have to be on some sort of a spiritual path. And if you don't feel like you're on a spiritual path right now, you will be coming into that. Okay. The initiation and the Count of Saint Germain is just connecting you right to the top, because you know what? Our ascended masters, the spirit energy in the spirit world, as they look upon earth, what they see is energy bodies. They see the light from our energy bodies. And I just feel like that's where you're sitting at, Scorpio. So you keep being kind. You keep acting out of care. You know what? It might be hard that people treat you like shit and you don't get the reciprocity, and there's no, not a lot of return on investment when it comes. But you know what? I feel like what Spirit's saying right here is you keep acting in the way that you are. You keep giving out of the kindness of your heart. You keep giving in your good nature, and you're going to see such positive energy right here. This is like direct connection straight to the Ascended Council, you guys. And I cannot express that enough, how excited I am to see that card for you guys. This is like, you have a special link to the spirit world coming through, and that's because of the love that you have not gotten. That's the lack of return on investment. That this right here is coming through, because Spirit's saying you deserve this. You will have so much more. All right. What you need to do is reverse out of what people have done and forget that. Don't let it demote your character and who you know yourself to be. I've gotten to this point too, where lately I've been in a little funk, and I'm just like, God, I just feel like everybody I deal with takes. And I'm talking about my personal life, you guys, but I'm like, but I can't change who I am. I literally can't. And I feel like whoever's here resonates with that energy. So let's just see a little bit more about who you're going to be in the future, who you will be. Wow, you guys are focused on independence, stability. If nobody else, this is, again, I have to be my own best friend. I have to be my own partner. All right. I will make all my wishes and dreams come true. You have the Queen of Wands coming through, which is all eyes on me in that aspect. Did you guys have the King of Wands? Yeah, look at that. In your potency coming through, could they're in tune, or they're within, find that partner that is your perfect person. All right. So I feel like what Spirit's kind of telling you to acknowledge is that you will be on a path, a very spiritual path. Don't waver from who you are, because what you're going to do is end up finding somebody exactly like you. All right. The Strength card coming through basically is for who you will be, is showing people not to give up on the dynamic of love, self-love, expressing love to other people, and self-care. It just sits you right in the spotlight, so you can share that energy with everyone else. And your connectedness too, I feel, is going to reach just multitudes of people, you guys. So let's see what you're going to heal in the future, what you heal. Drama, conflict, war, battles, everybody that's done you wrong. You're basically healing all of that heartbreak from the past. Okay. And this is going to be in all aspects. Right here, it's like the fear of people not liking you, the fear of people not loving you. I have to do and do and do, and you're sitting there, you're depleting your heart space, you're depleting all of your energy for all of these excessive, and you could be at a point where you're just like, why am I doing this? But there is a purpose for it. Okay. And what you're going to be sitting here and what you're going to be healing is that past karmic energy for those in like your what is it called? Successors or predecessors, or where it comes to your life. You're basically ending a karmic cycle for those that you leave behind when it comes to their emotional body, Scorpio. And that's really important energy, because you know what? It's like our fears lie within that devil and the heartbreak and the Five of Wands. People stringing us along, people just fucking off our energy like we don't matter, and the healing dynamic that's coming through here is not worrying about anymore what people say, what they do, what they think. All right. So let's just see where life takes you in the future. Wow. So you have independence, you have stability, you have nurture, and that's all energy that you're going to be sharing. This is somebody who's able to balance everything at once. You have, past life ties being healed through, where it's nothing but warmth and energy for those that have the opportunity to embrace your life with you and move forward. That's nothing but warmth. It's love, it's stability and care. You have the Magician card right here saying, once you kind of release what it is that's holding you back on the emotional front, there's endless abundance that's coming through you with that Magician card. So let's see what the distant overview is for your life. The distant overview. You got the Nine of Cups showing up with wish fulfillment. And that's again the emotional body. So distant overview. You have the Queen of Cups. You have self-love, self-care. This is emotional stability. This is compassion. It's caring energy, and it's all independence right here. You have the wish fulfillment card coming through, your ultimate heart's desires after all the Tower moments. It's not to say that your life is going to be completely perfect. You guys might have some trials and tribulations coming on the forefront, but it's going to be so that you can share that energy with other people, your experiences and your will to succeed and move through life as you guys move ahead. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. You guys, please leave feedback if you resonate with this. Definitely grabbed my heart space with this one. You guys take care.